Hello folks, it is Friday the 14th of April 2017 and I just wanted to do a final wrap up on the man-made Cyclone Cook over New Zealand. And here we see the tail end of this whole thing as it's sort of still going over the lower half of the North Island and doing its little drop of moisture, if that's what we can call it. And what else have we got here? Let's have a look. Okay. Now here's something kind of interesting. Now this is from today and I want to show you this. It's a slight change of subject here because what I noticed is here's the cyclone down here actually. And going from this morning, and what we see here is a hell of a lot of EMF right up the east coast of the North Island. All those ripples there, that's electromagnetic frequencies being used right there, all around there, right up here. So if you can see this, and look at the peculiar kind of cloud that's going on there. It's kind of odd, but anyway. But definitely we've got this EMF going here, and so if you are living on the eastern coast of North Island, then you might have some understanding, or even down in Marlborough, you might have some understanding of why you're feeling so buzzed out today. Because seriously, it's been going all day there. Yeah. And now, for the grand finale, let's have a look at this, because this is kind of interesting. And this actually is quite good, nicely timed here, because with this presentation here, we can see the whole thing of it coming right down from New Caledonia right through into New Zealand and down to the bottom there. But as you look at this, it starts again, it's on a loop. Here it goes here, right? So, and you can see this coming around. Now look at these straight lines there. And this is what I've been pointing out, is there's a nice beam that's dropped right down there, a channel, that this thing has been pushed through. And when you think about it, this cyclone, hurricane, typhoon, or whatever you want to call it, has gone from Vanuatu over to New Caledonia and then come all the way down here and wrapped around here to just perfectly land into the Bay of Plenty and then slam down the rest of the country. Now, the odds of that happening naturally, to me, are very low. In other words, it's a man-made event, and you can see those beams there again. So I think that it was intended to be worse for New Zealand. I think it was intended to be a lot more destructive, but they do what they can. They try to make it as bad as possible, but while they are very good at steering these things, I don't think they have it quite down as to how to manage the strength of the hurricane, cyclone, typhoon, or whatever you want to call it. But you can see it there, and that's really the all we got on it. So anyway, it's dropping off the bottom end of New Zealand now, and looking ahead in the weather, we have in a couple of weeks coming up, about the 26th or 28th, there is a full moon, which is a perigee moon, which means it's closer to Earth than usual, than the apogee, which means further away. We just had an apogee on the 11th, and now we've got a perigee on the 26th or 28th, depending on which calendar you look at. But around those couple of days, I think there's a very high likelihood of a quake. Just my opinion, but I have known to be right a few times, including on this hurricane, that it was man-made, because it's the evidence is here as well with these beams coming down and so forth. Anyway, there we go. You don't have to believe me, you don't have to listen to me even, but that's my take on it, and I am going to continue recording these updates and so forth, and so that we have some sort of record of what's going on. Stay safe, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you aren't a member of Spiritual Awareness New Zealand, then please, join up, as long as you're friendly and actually interested, and not joining to attack and so forth, because you'll just be booted out. As I say, stay safe. This is Nigel on Spiritual Awareness New Zealand, checking out.